Is boredom and dissatisfaction with your life making you fat? Hi guys, this is Slique Day 16, and I'm going to talk about something kind of personal today. I debated even making a video about this, even though it's something I've found to be super helpful, because it requires me to share the shameful secret that caused me to gain nearly 50 pounds in 3 years. But if it even helps one person, it's worth it to share. Here we go. The last time I was overweight, when I gained over 50 pounds in a couple of years, it was due to health issues. When I began eating real food and exercising regularly, those pounds flew right off. I was healthy and my body was functioning normally. I was nourished. For a couple of years, I enjoyed a healthy and fit body. Then life took a difficult turn, and in 3.5 years, I'd gained nearly 50 pounds again. Only this time, I didn't have health issues to blame. Now, I'm grateful for that, of course, but it left me wondering how on earth I gained so much weight while eating a healthy real food diet. My real food diet was supposed to be insurance against weight gain and bad health. And sure, I was well nourished, but now I was fat again, and I was once again at risk for weight-related health issues. I've spent several months examining why I allowed myself to gain so much weight. As you know, one of the things I've focused on during my 30-day Slique experiment is really digging deep on why people are apt to gain back weight they worked so hard to lose. I've been forced to continue to examine my relationship with food and how food affects my emotions. Now, these are my thoughts, and they might not apply to you, and that's okay. That just means you might have to look elsewhere to find the reasons that you've gained weight. Now, if this does resonate with you, I hope you'll find a way to combat what's causing your weight gain with these new insights. Sometimes it seems like everyone is overweight. I mean, if you're overweight, you're in good company. But are you overweight because you're bored or dissatisfied with your life? You might be. Now, these are my opinions based on my own experience about how boredom, stress, dissatisfaction, and unmet expectations made me fat. People tend to seek comfort and novelty in their lives. A life with discomfort and lack of freshness and new experiences can be disappointing and boring. Even for those of us who take our duties as adults seriously and realize that life is not all fun and games with no responsibility, can fall prey to distraction and boredom. We just keep it hidden and don't talk about it because we don't want to whine. When you have amazing life experiences in your life, like getting married, having kids, traveling, having a career you love, being creative, things that light up your brain and make the dopamine flow, when you're not having those experiences, you can feel bored or stuck. Food is such an easy thing to turn to when life feels boring. Eating's a pleasurable experience, and it's a socially acceptable experience. It's not okay to have a drug or alcohol addiction. It's not okay to be addicted to other things that increase the dopamine in our brains. But food? Oh, we can talk about how much we love food with no shame. We can overindulge, and all of the good people of the world are right there with us, cheering us on and doing it themselves. We know we're not supposed to overeat or eat unhealthy things because doing that has some faraway long-term effect. But everybody does it, and we can go for decades before we start to feel the negative health consequences of overeating or unhealthy food choices. So I want to ask you this. What do you have to look forward to? Now, I don't mean an upcoming vacation or a birthday or a concert. I mean right now, today. What do you have to look forward to? When you're done with work, when the house is clean, the kids are in bed, when the day has ended, what does life look like for you? Have you spent your day working, managing your home, rushing around, running errands, chauffeuring kids, not really doing anything that's truly pleasurable? Maybe you're single or you don't have kids and you come home to a quiet house after work. What are you looking forward to at the end of a day where you were doing things all day long that didn't really light up your brain or give you feelings of excitement? You're probably looking forward to dinner, maybe TV shows, and probably your favorite snacks or desserts. When you get up in the morning, what are you looking forward to? A cup of coffee filled with sugar, a donut, a breakfast sandwich, or a muffin? In the middle of the day, what are you looking forward to? Lunch? Are you more excited about what you're having for lunch each day than you are about doing your job? Now, don't get me wrong, food should be pleasurable. If it wasn't, we'd all die of starvation. It's okay to look forward to a delicious meal or dessert. I'm not so pragmatic or utilitarian that I don't understand the benefit of finding pleasure in food. My concern is about what happens to us when food becomes one of the only things we have to look forward to. When food becomes that thing that gets us through one block of boring existence to the next block, it becomes a problem. Pulling from my own personal experience, I found that evening eating was a problem for me when I worked outside the home. Breakfast was usually healthy, snacks, which I brought from home, were healthy, and lunch was more of the same healthy stuff. But when I got home, after all the running errands and soccer practice drop-offs and pickups and working on my side businesses, I wanted nothing more than to veg out in front of a mindless TV show and eat. When I settled in with my food and a screen to stare at, I felt calm and happy. I felt soothed. I felt like I was restoring myself enough that I could get up and do it all over again the next day. I'd consumed close to half the day's caloric intake between the hours of 9 and 6 p.m. Some moms drink wine, I ate food. And because it was mostly real food, I let myself do it. So after 3.5 years of working outside of the home full time, I finally built my businesses enough to leave my job. In late 2012, I'd started my job weighing 140 pounds. When I left my job in mid-2016, I was 187 pounds. Now, granted, some of my weight was from not working out in that time. Some of it was from sitting behind a desk for 8+ hours a day. But if I hadn't been eating to stave off the boredom and dissatisfaction I felt with my life, or the fact that I often felt overwhelmed because my goals seemed so far away sometimes, I probably would have only gained 20 pounds or so. I wasn't happy with my life. I was far, far too busy to enjoy my life and live in the moment, and I was using food to have something to look forward to each and every day. As long as I had food to look forward to and to be excited about, I could ignore the fact that my busy life was not where I wanted it to be and didn't feel comfortable. As long as I had food to look forward to, I could make it through another day. The 10 pounds that I dropped immediately after quitting my job didn't fall off just because I was no longer stuck behind a desk all day or because I started exercising again. I only started working out 2 weeks ago. Those pounds came off because I started living in the moment, at least temporarily. I was thrilled to once again be in charge of my day instead of answering to a boss and feeling stifled. I was adjusting to a new normal that I found to be thrilling and very comfortable. But eventually, the everydayness of life set in, like it does, like it always will, and I started using food as a way to get through when I felt frustrated about my business or nervous or just bored, because the work-at-home mom life can be isolating. When I settled into my new lifestyle and the novelty wore off, the boredom set in, and as long as I had my evening snack and TV to look forward to, I could get through the dullness of the day. So what's changed? Well, I've been practicing living in the moment. I've been working on gratitude for the smaller things. Gratitude for the big things is easy. Taking a moment when you're feeling stressed to be grateful for things like, I haven't had any tech issues today, or the kids have let me work uninterrupted for 45 minutes, or the boys learned something cool during homeschool today. You know, the things that we take for granted that don't seem to matter so much until they aren't going right. When I stop to feel incredibly happy about those little things, those seemingly insignificant things, I find so much joy. When I feel true joy about my life and how things are going, I simply don't turn to food to give me an emotional boost. I can't tell you how to find joy in your life. I can only tell you how I found joy in my life, and it started with having gratitude for the things I took for granted. When I became tearfully grateful to have a roof over my head, I stopped feeling anxious about bringing in more money so we can move to a new house. When I became awestruck by the fact that my children are physically healthy and happy, I stopped stressing about their homeschool education and started going with the flow. Practicing gratitude has allowed me to replace anxiety and boredom-based snacking with feelings of peace. When I feel good and calm, when I feel productive, and especially when I feel blessed and grateful for it, I don't turn to food to give me joy. Food remains a joy in its proper place. I still like eating and I look forward to meals, but I don't have to eat in order to give myself a temporary high. Neuroscience backs me up on this, and I'll list some articles down below and you can see for yourself. Gratitude has helped me to overcome overeating. Give it a try. It could help you too.